Detecting jog of the day, April the 1st, 6:25 p.m. That XPD is 2 unit there. Let's talk a little bit here about multi-frequency VLF metal detectors. A company could start a project on its own based on advantages multi-frequency brings. And they could also start a project, based on watching other manufacturers, namely Minelab. Let's face it, more people live around saltwater in the United States. Highest percentage of people, You dive back off that coastline 60 miles and go all the way around this country where there's salt water. That's where a big part of the people live. And the more people, the more potential customers. So yeah, we seen Minelab had the market cornered. They had their FBS, FBS2, their Excalibur, working on that salt beach and in that salt water. Well, it wouldn't be a stretch, would it, to think that maybe XP said, well, let's get us a multi-frequency detector going. Now remember, XP, they're not a real old company. And they made some very good performing, selectable single frequency metal detectors. We seen they built them a new facility, I guess their business was booming. I supported them. I bought a lot of their equipment. I'm not the only one. So anyway, you got this old cat over there on the Friendly Metal Detecting Forum. For whatever reason, he's got all the inside track on all the manufacturers. And he thinks this machine is basically a reverse engineered Equinox 800. Well, if that's the case, I guess XP screwed up, didn't they? Why is that? Well, if this was a reverse engineered Equinox, now this machine's deeper than an Equinox 800 on a salt beach. By all accounts I have seen, I've not used it on a salt beach. It also separates better in the iron. Now, I can attest to that. Now, it's not a super high percentage. I mean, I can't put a percentage on it. Not like Mr. Dankowski can. So when was this platform actually the prototype hatched and tested? Well, we don't know, do we? Just because this machine released after the Knox, you think this is a reverse engineered Equinox 800. Okay, well, let me just clue you in on something here. Take the Equinox, you can even take a Manico, or take an Equinox 900, 700, or 600. If this is a reverse engineered detector off of that multi-IQ Plus, whatever you want to say, we know it ain't multi-IQ Plus because this detector came out before it did. Change the frequency on the frequency scan on this detector and sweep some coins. Do the same thing with the Equinox 800. Equinox 800's got more channels than this machine does. But what happens to the ID? You don't see the ID vary as much on the multi-IQ platform. Well, if this was a reverse engineered platform, wouldn't XP have maybe done that as well? It don't work that way. Of course, this gentleman makes these statements. I don't believe he has ever held that machine right there. Any size coal. And he likes to make statements over there on that Friendly Metal Detecting Forum. Now, I don't know about this Legend detector. Maybe it was a sort of a, maybe it was hatched in that detector. The Equinox Multi-IQ was looked at. I don't think it was with this one right here. Okay. You know, and XP, you know, they do a lot of testing. You know, you don't hatch out your first multi-frequency platform generally, and that's what that is, XP's first multi-frequency platform. You know, you don't hatch it with a prototype in a year or two and then just take it to market. I don't think. Okay? So, I don't know for sure. But I don't believe this is a reverse engineered multi-IQ platform. Don't think so. And if it was, how is it so much deeper? How did that happen? So what are we saying? We're saying XP copied a multi-IQ platform and made it deeper? That don't make sense either. It's got a salt sensitivity setting on it. Equinox 800 ain't got no salt sensitivity on it, neither does the 600 unit. It would be impossible for XP owner and a fine bunch of engineers to basically say, hey, we're going to make us a platform and we're going to take it to the market. That would be impossible for them to do that, huh? Did they look at the Excalibur? Probably. They knew the benefits. They had, you know, they had some people probably looking at that Excalibur, looking at that CTX. You know, what about that Knox 800? I don't think so. Oh yeah, they may have eventually looked at it. But when they did, you know, they were all smiles, weren't they? Mission accomplished. Because they trumped it. How about that? That's going to conclude the video. I hope everybody has a nice evening.